You know that feeling when you're completely burned out, but your brain says, it's faster if I just do it myself. That one sentence, that's how burnout begins. Today, I want to talk about how you can stop that cycle because if you're overworked and your team is too, it's not a workload issue anymore. It is a delegation issue, and we're going to fix it. I'll walk you through my ABC 123 framework, which helps you delegate without losing control. This is how my clients go from running themselves into the ground to actually leading with balance and clarity. I'm Christina Holloway. I'm a PCC certified executive coach, and on this channel, I discuss the most powerful ways you can build your career through confident communication, leadership development, and navigating a tough work culture. All right, so let's get started. Here's the thing. Most high performers don't avoid delegation because they don't trust their team. They avoid it because they don't trust themselves to let go. You might tell yourself, they won't do it the way I would. It'll take longer to explain. If it fails, it's on me. And all of that feels valid until you're answering emails at 10 p.m., wondering why you're the only one who seems to care this much. I see this pattern all the time with my clients. They are brilliant, hardworking, capable leaders, but they've built systems that rely entirely on them. And eventually that system breaks. I can see it when I talk to them. I can see it in their eyes while they tell me this. And it looks like them carrying a very heavy burden and they think they're failing. So let's be honest here and look at how it starts. Being the go-to person feels good for a while. You're reliable. You get things done. People count on you. You feel valued and important. But here's what's really happening underneath that. You become the bottleneck. Your team stops growing because you're not giving them room to stretch. Leadership starts seeing you as busy and not strategic. And the most painful part, you start to resent everyone, your team, your boss, the workload, even though you built the system that burns you out. Delegation isn't about dumping tasks. It's about developing people. It's the shift from being the doer to being the decision maker. Let's get practical. Here's the model I teach when clients tell me, I've tried to delegate and it just doesn't work. Step 1, know your team, A, B, and C players. Start by understanding who you're delegating to, not just what you're handing off. A players. These are your high performers, your leadership team, your rising stars. They're good at what they do and already thinking about what's next. They're ready to take on stretch assignments. B players. These are your solid performers, dependable, skilled, and motivated. They know their jobs, execute consistently, and are working toward bigger opportunities. C players. This group includes people who are either brand new and still learning or those who are struggling to meet expectations. Some will grow quickly with coaching. Others might not be a long-term fit. Once you've mapped this out, you'll see where your time and attention really need to go. Step 2, know your tasks. 1, 2, and 3 priorities. Now, look at the work on your plate. Number 1, tasks. These are your most important strategic or high stakes responsibilities, the ones you probably avoid because they're time consuming or complicated. You might think, I'll just do this myself because I can do it faster. But this is exactly where you need to bring in your A players. Give them ownership of something meaningful. Let them learn how to think at your level. Yes, it takes practice to let go, but it's the only way to build leadership capacity in your team. Remember this, learning to delegate means learning to teach. Number 2, tasks. These are the steady, ongoing projects, the ones that keep things running but don't necessarily move the business forward. Perfect for your B players. They get exposure to what's next for them, and you get consistency without being in the weeds. It's development and delegation. Number 3, tasks. These are simple but time-consuming, things you could teach someone else to do if you had the time. And that's where your C players come in. Let them shadow you. Teach them the process. Watch how they approach it. Some will catch on quickly. Others will need extra support, and that's your signal to coach, not correct. Step 3, combine the two. When you connect the ABC players to your 1, 2, 3 priorities, you create clarity for everyone. A players grow into number 1 priorities. B players hold steady on number 2 priorities. C players learn through number 3 priorities. You reach peak efficiency when you're able to get A players to delegate to B players or train C players. And you, as the leader, finally stop juggling everything. Delegation done right isn't about managing tasks. It's about managing people. It's about setting expectations, communicating clearly, and trusting your team to rise. You're not just saying, do this. You're saying, here's what success looks like. Here's where you have ownership. Here's where I'll stay close. That's how you delegate without losing control. And yes, this takes time, but here's the alternative. You spend all your time putting out fires, fixing other people's mistakes, and never building the team you actually need. When I work with leaders who are on the edge of burnout, this is the pattern I see every time. I'm overwhelmed. My team's overwhelmed. I can do it faster, so I just do it myself. But that creates a logjam. No one grows, and the work never ends. You're not only overworked, you're under supported, and you've done it to yourself. Delegation forces you to think differently. There's more to it than control. It's more about capacity. You stop asking, how can I get all this done? And start asking, how can I empower my team to get this done? It's a complete mindset shift from doing to deciding. Because when you delegate effectively, you buy back your time for strategy and vision. Create a culture of accountability and growth. Reduce burnout for both yourself and your team. Here's what I want you to try this week. Pick one task that you've been holding on to, something that drains your time or energy, and delegate it. Start small. Decide who's ready for it, A, B, or C players. Set expectations, stay available for questions, and then let it go. Remember, we're trying to move away from perfection and make progress. Burnout isn't happening to you because you're bad at your job. Absolutely not. You're burned out because you're too good at doing everything yourself. So let's change that. Use the ABC 123 framework to delegate smarter, not harder, and watch how much lighter leadership feels for you. If this helped you rethink how you work, drop a comment below and let me know how you delegated and if this helped you rethink what's possible. I would love to hear about it. Also, if you're ready to take this a step further, join me for my free workshop this month, Plan Your Pivot, Build a Bold Career Strategy for 2026. We talk about how to rebuild your energy and create a career plan that actually supports your growth. You can sign up using the link below. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.